In the Metta Sutta, it mentioned the method of radiation of loving kindness. Ordinary ways of developing Metta, then dukkha radiation, that is developing Metta by dividing into two categories, and tikka radiation, that is developing Metta by dividing into three categories. So the first one is ordinary way of developing Metta. Sukhi nowa kemi no hondu sabba satta bhavantu sukhi tatta. Sukhi nowa, may all beings be happy. Kemi nowa, may all beings be free from dangers. Sukhi tatta, may they be happy both in body and mind. Sukhi nowa kemi no hondu sabba satta bhavantu sukhi tatta. May all beings be happy, may they be free from dangers, and may they be happy both in body and mind. That is ordinary way of developing Metta. When developing Metta by reciting in this way, every time recitation is made, the mind which is inclined to recite occurs afresh repeatedly and then dissolve. And the Chaita wishes to be born in mind as may they be happy with the feeling of loving kindness also vanish repeatedly. The physical behavior and the voice which utters also occur afresh again and again. This rupa and nama psychophysical phenomena that dissolve repeatedly and immediately after occurrence should be contemplated. Every time recitation is made and at every moment, Metta Citta arises. This manner of contemplation is vipassana, that is kaya dovaya dosa masaitva. That is, it can be achieved up to the stage of Arhatapala when observing and contemplating that it has ceased and disappeared. It is clearly stated in the commentaries. Such being the case, immediately after recitation has been done, both the Chaita, which is born in mind, the mind that is conceived, and the utterance or recitation made should be contemplated together. Then instruction have been given by preaching the two verses, two gathas, as to how metta should be developed by distinguishing the beings into 2 or 3 categories. That is Yekeji Panabudati Dasawa Tawarawa Nawasesa, etc. So in this dukkha radiation, you can see 2 objects of metta, Dasawa and Tawarawa. Dasa being and Tawara beings. Dasa beings are individuals who are trembling with fear and stay on sikha. And Tawara beings are perfect and holy arahant who are serene, steadfast, and fearless. So Dasa being, they are trembling and shaking with fear. What's the cause? What's the cause of trembling and shaking? Yeah. Trembling and shaking with fear may be caused by anger or human passion, lobha or raga, lust and desirable attachment, tanha. So those beings who are prone to fright are living beings who are not yet free from anger or hatred, such as Putujana, ordinary worldlings, Sotapannas and Sagadagamis. Those beings who get frightfully affected by passionate desire are common worldlings, Putujana, and also include individuals who are Sotapannas, Sagadagamis, and Anagamis. How they are seized with fear because of passionate desire. Tanha is something similar to beings who are anxious for not getting or receiving which they crave for or wish to obtain. So those people whose mind are tranquil, unperturbed and steadfast without a feeling of fright are the noble arahants who are totally free from tanha, human passion. So in this dukkha group, you have two objects of metta radiation. The beings are those beings who are prone to fear. They are beings who are not yet liberated from raga, passionate and desirable attachment. And another object is Tawara beings who are totally no fear and are not apprehensive, with serenity and stability of mind, are noble arahants. So with those two phrases, Tasawa Tawarawa, it has been distinguished into 2 categories. namely individuals who are not free from tanha and who have entirely got rid of tanha. These two should be kept distinct and separated in developing Metta by reciting according to the verses. And it should be also combined together with vipassana in practicing contemplation. So in this regard, we need to understand due to the degrees of kilesa, mental defilements, beings are trembling and shaking with fear. Puthujana ordinary worldlings are shaking a lot, trembling a lot with fear because they have a lot of mental defilements. And when yogi practice vipassana and he attains Sotapaddi Megaphala, and Sotapanna eradicates greed, anger, delusion strong enough that lead to be reborn in the four woeful states. Very heavy kilesa he eradicate for Sotapanna. So they're not very trembling and they're not strongly shaking. A Sakaragami attenuates or makes much less greed, anger, and delusion. And Anagami has fully eradicated Kamaraga, sensual desire, and evil. So Anagami not totally trembling and not shaking. So for Arahants eradicate all remaining mental defilements, all kilesa, Arahants eradicate. So the minds of Arahant is sorrowless, stainless, secure, and their mind do not flutter. So it is the degree of trembling and shaking for these people. So you can develop metta in this way by separating into two categories. Yekeji panna buddhati tasawa tawarawa. It may be sabbasata bondu sukhitata. May all those fearless noble arhants as well as all beings who have fear and easily get alarmed, be happy in both body and mind. Then, Tika methods. There is a manner of developing metta separating into three categories. So, Diga beings are those beings who have a long body. Mahanta beings, Mahanta, the beings who are big and large in size and size. And Mijima are those beings who are neither long nor short, nor big nor small, or in other words, who have medium-sized body. Rasaka. Rasaka beings are those beings who are dwarfed or rather short. Anuka beings. Anuka beings are those beings who are tiny and small. Thula beings are those beings who are bulky in body and built, fat, corpulent and fleshy. May they accomplish an contentment with happiness in both body and mind. You can read it. So with the portion of verse, Buddha has prescribed 3 methods by which Metta should be developed. After distinguishing the beings into 3 different kinds. The first method has reference to different kinds of beings according to the size of their body dimension, whether it is long, short, or medium sized. Out of these 3 kinds, those beings who have lengthy bodies are snakes, dragons, lizards, earthworms, etc. Creatures who have short bodies are chickens, birds, frogs, etc. And medium-sized creatures are horses, cattle, buffaloes, pigs, etc. However, it is pretty hard to give a definite decision on the matter of making a specific classification. So we have to develop metta towards these 3 different kinds of beings. So can you follow me? May those beings who have long bodies be happy. May those beings who have short bodies be happy in both body and mind. May those bodies, may those beings whose bodies are neither long nor short, whose bodies are neither long nor short, whose bodies are medium sized, be happy in both body and mind. And combine, and may all those beings who have long or short or medium sized be happy in both body and mind. So that is according to commentary Yekeji Panna Buddhati Digawa Rasawa Michimawa Imebi Sabasata Bhavantu Sukhitata. So that is in Dukkha method. Tika method. You divide into three categories. Then second method explain the way how to develop metta by distinguishing the beings according to their bodily size as to whether they are big or small or medium sized. Of these 3 kinds, beings who have huge bodies are marine mammals, such as big fish, turtles, etc. And those animal beings living on land, such as elephant, dragons, etc., they include giants or ogres, and also devas, celestial beings, as well as brahmas of immense bodily dimension from the worlds of devas, deities. Anuga means small and tiny creatures. They are small invertebrate animals like insects, etc. Then human beings, dogs, pigs, fowls, birds, etc. may be regarded as belonging to the category of medium-sized beings. It would also be difficult to give a definite decision as to what kinds of beings should be included in the three respective categories as may be appropriate. Now we have to develop metta by distinguishing the beings according to the three kinds. There is another tika method. Yekeji pana buddhati, mahantawa anukawa michimawa, imebi sabasata, bhavantu sukhitata. There is another tika ways. So can you follow me? May all beings who have huge bodies be happy. May all beings who have small and tiny bodies be happy. May all medium-sized beings who have neither large nor small be happy. So that is Mahanta, Anuka, and Michima, the beings who have huge body, beings who have small and tiny bodies, and beings who have neither large nor small bodies. Next, the third methods indicates as to how metta should be developed, distinguishing to us the three different kinds of beings, namely round, big, and fat beings, tiny creatures, and medium-sized beings. Of these three kinds, the big, round, and fat beings are fish, tortoise, oysters, snails, etc., whose body structures are short-winded, plump, and flabby. Anuka beings are tiny and diminutive creatures. They are those which cannot be seen by the naked eye, such as very small insects, germs, and fleas. And the middle-sized beings are those creatures which are ordinarily visible and which may be said to be beings not too big or too fat. So these three kinds of beings are pretty difficult to be classified with certainty under which category they would fall. So the commentary has stated that in a way, among the same kinds of beings, those which are big and not too fat and bulky, as well as medium-sized and tiny creatures, may be said to come under the definitions of anuga. According to these statements of explanation, it may be considered to include persons with a height of more than 5.5 feet or 6 feet, weighing over 100 pounds in the categories of those who are fat, and to regard persons who are 2 or 3 feet in height with less than 100 pounds in weight as short and small beings, and to consider the rest of the people as medium-sized beings. It is also difficult to decide. As such, it would appear proper to develop Metta by merely noting ordinarily as big and fat, small and medium-sized, without precisely distinguishing the beings. So we have to develop Metta according to the last mentioned 3 different kinds. So in this tika, you have the three object of Metta Bhavana. That is the beings whose body is fat, the beings whose body is very tiny and small, and the beings who have medium sized. 3 objects. So any obvious object you can radiate. Sometimes you may, it is obvious to you the fat group, or sometimes you may, it may be obvious to you tiny and small group, or sometimes maybe medium size. So in the commentary it mentioned that Yekeji Panabudati Thulawa Anukawa Michimawa Imebi Sabasata Bhavantu Sukhitata. So we have to radiate. Can you follow me? May all beings whose body is round and fat be happy. May all beings whose body is very tiny and small be happy. May all beings who have medium sized be happy. So three objects. The fat one, tiny one, and middle-sized one. So 3 objects. May they be happy, well, and peaceful. And then 3 methods of developing Metta by again distinguishing into 2 parts, 2 categories. That is dukkha. In the dukkha methods, data group are those beings who have been seen before. And advaita beings are those beings who have never been seen before. And Dure Vasanti means beings in a remote place. And Avidure beings are in your neighborhood. And Buddha beings are those beings who have become, that is, who have come into beings. And Sambhavesi beings are those beings who are in the course of becoming. So one of the beings may be obvious to you, so you can radiate metta to them. And the first pair is a manner in which metta is developed, distinguishing between beings that have been seen before and the beings that have never seen before. This is quite clear and precise, and is easily understandable. So according to commentary, Yekeji Panna Buddhati, Daitawa Adaitawa, Imi Bisaba Satta Bhavondu Sukhitata. So one group is the beings who have been met and seen before. And another group is beings who have never been met and seen before. So can you follow me? May those beings who have been met and seen before be happy in both body and mind. May those beings who have never been met and seen before be happy in both body and mind. So the one group is you have been met and seen before. Another group you have never been met and seen before. So two objects of Metta Bhavana. And the second pair also indicates the manner in which Metta is developed, distinguishing between beings who live nearby and afar. In giving the feeling of loving kindness relating to the place, whether it is near or remote, it may be distinguished according to your own wish. So according to commentary, it radiates Yekeji Panna Buddhati Durewa Santikewa Vasanta Imebi Sabasata Bhavantu Sukhitata. So can you follow me to radiate? May all those beings who are living near be happy in both body and mind. May all those beings who are living afar be happy in both body and mind. So two objects of Metta Bhavana, one group is they are living near you, another group is they are living afar. And the third pair, according to the expression Buddha, Buddha is meant by beings are the arahants who will not be reborn in another existence, for they are having ceased to become. So Buddha beings are arahants. And Sambhavesi are beings who are about to become. They are those ordinary worldlings, Puthujana, and Sekha individuals who will be reborn again in the next existence, as they have not been free from kilesa mental defilements, human passions, or moral defilements. They are not yet free. And according to the grammatical sense, it refers to beings who are seeking for another rebirth, or rather fresh existence, to become again. That is called sambhava. Those beings who are seeking for new existence are those who will have a continuum of life existence. They are still about to become. So to be more appropriate in the usage of conjunctive words and to be closely coherent, the expression being about to become has been used. So according to commentaries, it mentioned Yekeji Panna Buddhati, Buddhawa Sambhavesiwa, Imebi Sabasata Bhavandu Sukhitata. So let us read it. Can you follow me? May holy arhants who are said to have ceased to become, may holy arhants who have been born be happy in both body and mind. So that is Arahant groups, Buddha group, and Sambhavesi groups are, can you follow me? May those worldlings and Sikha individuals who will again be reborn and about to become be happy. May those who are yet to be born be happy in both body and mind. So there is two objects, Buddha object and Sambhavesi object. So that is all those beings who have already become or already been in existence, and beings who are about to become. So two groups. And putting it in another way, it means a person who has entered into the womb of a mother, that is at the time of conception, that is Sambhavesi. Seeking for a new existence, that is Sambhavesi. After being born, he is deemed to be a person who has become a living being. That is Buddha. It is for the Salabuja or Gavaseka. That is, has entered the womb of their mother. And another type is Antaja. Antaja, that is a creature about to come forth from an egg. It is Sambhavesi. And if the gestation period had passed, and if already hatched, it means Buddha. And another means Opapatika, spontaneous rebirth. Opapatika. Opapatikas means deities and demons, ghosts. They are spontaneous rebirth or autogenesis. So beings who have been reborn complete with the material body, and beings coming forth depending on sticky substance from plants, shrubs, grass, vegetation, etc. At the moment rebirth consciousness takes place, are regarded as beings in the making that is about to become. And all those who have become sentient beings caused by their karma without conceiving in the womb and without depending upon anything with the sudden appearance of a material body are said to be Sambhavesi. So the first position is Sambhavesi, and after that moment, after that moment, other positions are Buddha. It has been explained in the commentary as Buddha. So according to commentary, it mentions Yekeji Panna Buddhati, Buddha wa Sambhavesiwa, Imi Pisavasata Bhavantu Sukhitata. Can you follow me? May those beings who are about to become and are conceived in a womb be happy. May those beings who have come to be and have already been born be happy. So due to their karma, beings are born in many objects. So some object may be obvious to you. You can radiate metta, whichever object is obvious to you. And not only ordinary method. Ordinary method is very easy. May you be well, happy and peaceful. It is ordinary way. But due to their karma, that they are reborn in many types, many body structures. So you can radiate metta, whatever objects obvious to you. So we have to stop our discourse for today by practicing Metta Bhavana, by practicing Vipassana meditation continuously and meticulously. May all yogis realize the real peace. May all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis attain Nirvana in the very near future. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.